welcome to my channel once again. My name is BarbaraG, and I want to get to know everybody, well, most people who watch this channel. So please give me just a 2 or 3 line introduction about yourself. Let's get to know each other, and then probably in my next video I'll read it out, and then we talk about each other. Whatever you said about yourself, I'm gonna say about myself as well. Okay, so now let's get into the video. I'm gonna talk about the pros and cons of living alone. Before I acquired, I rented this place out. Well, I rented it whilst I was in level 300. Okay, I was now going to 300 in the university, and then I felt like I needed to live alone, because my first year I lived in a hostel, and it was great but not perfect. And my second year I live in a hostel like place. I don't know, still wasn't how I wanted it. So my third year I decided to rent, since I was working and earning something. So I worked, and then I rented the place for as long as I could pay for it. So I'm gonna talk about the good side of living alone, the bad sides of living alone, and stuff like that. Okay, so let's start with the bad sides. First of all, you could die alone. You could die, or you could be sick and nobody would know. I live on the first floor of wherever I am, and most of the tenants are down there. We are only 2 here, myself and a Nigerian, and nobody really comes here. Nobody comes here. The only person that I can say is consistently climbing up and down is my boyfriend or my family. My family is like once in a while, but I could be up here and sick and nobody would know. I could be up here and dead and probably just rot and nobody would know. I remember one time I was so sick in the middle of the night, like around 2 or 2ish, 3, and I was so sick I couldn't get out of bed. It was terrible. Okay, I had to call someone to come pick me up and take me to the hospital. That's the first thing. Okay, so the second thing is quite funny. My landlord complains of this a lot when he tries to come see me and he's not able to. Well, sometimes, not always. Sometimes he would come, knock on the door. If you're coming to visit me, usually I expect that you call me so I know you're coming, or when you get at the gate you call me and let me know you're at the gate. But if you don't have my number or you are not able to call me, I wouldn't know, because unless I'm in the living room. So if I'm in the bedroom or in the shower and you call me, I can't hear a thing. I can't hear a thing, not at all. So that's another bad side of living alone. Yeah, in my case, I might be in the bathroom and I won't hear a thing. And other times I hear voices. When I came to live here earlier, I didn't know there was someone else living around called Barbara. Just downstairs me. And every time I hear Barbara, I'm like, who is calling me? Like, who is calling me? I just moved here, so who knows I'm living here? So for about a month or 2 or something later, I realized there was actually someone else living here called Barbara. Sometimes you feel like someone is calling you. You hear people talking to you. I open the door other times and there's no one there, because I think someone is knocking. So anytime I get the instinct, or I feel like someone is knocking, I have to check it, because I don't want someone saying that, oh, I came to knock and your light was on, your TV was loud, but you didn't come to open the door. Well, okay, so another thing. Go crazy! I talk to myself a lot. I talk to myself a lot, especially when I'm cooking. So I'd rather play music and cook. which I heard is a bad habit, but gets me going. So I find myself talking to myself, and I meditate over everything that happened that day, and yeah, basically that. And another thing, you worry a lot about bills. Usually, when the month is coming to an end, like 25th ish, there about, you're like, oh my god, my salary is gonna come, and I have to pay my water bill, my light bill, and blah blah blah. And when you're living with your parents, you don't, seriously, you never think about such things. You don't pay them, so, and you don't really manage your water usage or consumption and power, because come on, you're not paying anything. But if you are paying it, you mind how you iron, you mind how you use your blender, your microwave. You are very, very careful. You do not overuse nothing, because you don't want to run out of, or you don't want to have huge bills on your head at the end of the month. Loneliness. Sometimes I can get so lonely. I can get so. Sometimes I get too lonely. It just terrifies me. I'm like, wow, don't I have a friend to visit? I mean, it was fun being in the hostel, but there were one thing or other things that didn't just add up to me, and I moved out and decided to live alone because I didn't like it. So now that I am alone, I'm lonely, but not entirely lonely, because sometimes I get visits here and there. But yeah. Now to the pros, to the good sides of living alone. I just, let's get on to it. Privacy. I have too much privacy. My neighbors don't even bother to disturb me. They only talk to me when they see me out. Like, they don't bother to come around. The only people that I can say really knock on my door and enter my house are the kids in this house, because I love kids. So sometimes I just buy stuff for them, and then I invite them to come over for some. They are the only ones that I can say that ever since I lived here have really entered here, and my landlord and some friends. That's it. So I have my privacy to the nonsense degree. I do whatever I want to do. I sleep wherever I want to sleep, in my bedroom, in my hall, even though I prefer my hall, my bedroom always. I can just be watching a movie and then sleep at the hall in the process. Nobody can stop me. But seriously, it's cool to have that privacy. Also, I get I have that independence. I depend on myself, kind of, because I take care of me living alone. I know that I have to buy groceries. I know that I have to buy detergent. I have to buy toiletries. I have to buy stuff. I have to clean the room. I have to clean the house. I have all this kind of stuff. It's helping me grow, sort of, because I know that living with your parents can be a good thing. It's actually a very good thing to do that before you step out. But in my situation, where I had to be away because of school and work, and I find time to go home and do everything that I need to do over the weekend sometimes, but independence has really, really made me the woman that I am today. That's it. I do not regret living alone, because yes, you can't ever say you don't depend on anybody, because everybody depends on everybody. Like, everybody has someone or something they depend on, and everybody, like, I depend on people, my mom, my family, my closest friends, for love, attention, stuff like that. But living alone, I know that I have to get my groceries. I know that I have to stuff my refrigerator. I have to buy this, I have to buy that, I have to keep things in order so I don't suffer. I have to pay my bills. There's this word having to pay your bills consistently at the end of every month, like, just having considering that as part of your responsibilities is growth and maturity to some level. To me, I don't know what you think, but yeah, to me, I think it's some sort of growth. And everything I own here is mine because I bought it with my own money, or maybe I was gifted with it. So everything is mine. Yeah, basically. And another thing, I keep looking down because I have them down here. I leave them down. And you can actually do whatever you want to do naked. Yeah. If you want to cook, you can cook naked. If you want to sleep, you can sleep naked. Although sometimes I must say that I get scared. I feel like, what if somebody bumps into my room, just comes in and rapes me? That is my worst fear, to be raped. But it has never happened, thank to God, and I know that is never gonna happen. In the name of Jesus, amen. So that's about it with the pros, That is my side of life. I meditate over